I turned 38 at 9:47 p.m. under fluorescent lobby lights that smelled like bleach. No texts, no calls, not even a lazy HBD. I told myself Clara, my wife of 12 years, was planning something. She wasn't. I walked into our apartment and found a grocery store cake I'd bought for myself earlier, one blue candle standing like an accusation. I whispered "Happy Birthday" to an empty room and made the mistake of opening Facebook. There they were, my entire family at Darren's. Promotion party, suits, champagne, professional photos. Caption after caption praising my little brother, the family's solar flare. Timestamp. Today, my birthday. In the comments, Clara left 3 hearts and "such an inspiration." It landed like a slap. That post didn't just sting, it pulled, a thread that unraveled everything. I remembered my 10th birthday pushed aside for Darren's Little League tournament, my graduation dinner hijacked by his unpaid internship, my wedding toast, my father's, detouring into Darren's bright financial future, a lifetime of being reliable background while the spotlight stayed bolted to him. 4 days later, the universe doubled down. Mom accidentally added me to a private family group chat. Dad: Marcus should give $25K for Darren and Leia's anniversary party. Mom: he just got that bonus. Clara: $94,000. I'd earned every cent keeping $1 million account from walking. My boss handed me the envelope and said, "This company is better because you're here." At home, I was a wallet with legs. At work, I was valued. The contrast was blinding. Saturday dinner at my parents' confirmed the plan. Pot roast, expensive wine, practiced smiles. Dad cleared his throat. Country club. 150 guests. "You can manage it," he said, like I was being asked to set the table. "I can't," I said. Silence. Then the usual script. Selfish, jealous, family supports family. I said I had other plans for my money, stood up and walked out. My hands shook. My spine didn't. The backlash arrived on schedule. Mom's tearful voicemails, Dad storming my office to accuse me of ruining the family name. Darren's text, "Mom's crying because of you. Fix this." Clara went quiet and sharp, all sighs and loaded pauses. The pressure was designed to make me fold. Instead, it clarified things. On a Tuesday, hiding from the fallout, I clicked a real estate listing. Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. Big windows, a cedar deck reaching toward the water, a kitchen that wanted weekend coffee and quiet mornings. Price, $410K, less than 2 family parties. I drove up on a whim. The house was better than the photos. I stood on the deck, felt my shoulders drop, and heard myself say, "I'll take it." 2 weeks later, I signed the deed. Mrs. Alvarez, my widowed neighbor who sees more than she says, squeezed my hand. "You've built a life for everyone else," she told me. "Now build one for yourself." The first morning there, I watched sunrise spill gold across the lake and realized the ache in my chest was gone. I hung my work awards in the hallway. Clara once called too boastful. I invited people who actually like me. Jordan from the office, Sarah from accounting, my boss, Mrs. Alvarez. We grilled, laughed, and watched the water turn pink. It felt like family, the kind you choose. I snapped a photo on the deck, glass raised, and posted one line. "Birthday gift to myself." My phone detonated. Missed calls stacked like bricks. Dad's fury, Mom's melodrama. Cousins I hadn't heard, from in years diagnosing my breakdown. "Clara, we need to talk, now." They demanded an emergency dinner. I brought evidence, photo albums, Darren's lavish birthdays beside my grocery store cupcakes, vacation itineraries that somehow never included me, Christmas piles that looked like avalanches next to my socks and gift cards. I laid it all out, like evidence on a courtroom table. "You favored Darren," I said. "You erased me. You used me. I don't need your approval anymore." I left the albums behind and drove back to the lake. A year later, I turned 39 with the deck humming and the grill going. Jordan made a toast to Marcus, the man who finally chose himself. and it echoed over the water like an answer. I slept well. I woke hungry. I liked who I was. Near sunset, Darren arrived holding a framed photo of me at 12 on a rickety dock, grinning, a fish line cutting the water. "Found this in Dad's boxes," he said, voice small for once. "I never realized. I'm sorry." Maybe he meant it. Maybe he didn't. I accepted the picture anyway and set it on the mantel. Later, Clara appeared with a bakery box. Inside, 1 carrot cake cupcake, single candle. "Happy birthday," she said, softer than I'd heard in years. Maybe regret. Maybe love. Maybe habit. It didn't matter, because here's what changed. I stopped laundering my worth through other people's approval. I stopped paying admission to rooms I wasn't welcome in. I bought a house with a deck and a sunrise, and a door that opens to people who celebrate me, not my usefulness. I'm still Marcus Hale, the man who shows up and does the work. But now the work includes myself. And the best gift I've ever given me is simple. A life where I'm not an afterthought. Freedom looks like water catching the last light of day. Sounds like laughter that isn't bartered. Tastes like a birthday cake you didn't have to buy alone. This year I lit my own candle. I made a wish. Then I realized I didn't need it.